So, Lonnie, you heard some of the questions out. I asked your players. For a coach, do you like being that first match and getting it done out of the day, or doesn't it matter really to you? Or would you rather have it and watch everybody else go?
Yeah, I probably have a different point of view than my players, but I think probably now that we're finished and we won, I think now we can look back and we have a longer time to celebrate the win. So maybe that's a better thing. But no, they get up in the morning. I get up and I'm already like in my game mode. You know, there's no time to dilly-dally. I just get to school and just get my things together, and we're off and running. So yeah, I can go either way, but this worked out for us, and I knew obviously when the brackets came out that there was this definitely you know, the opportunity would present itself that we could play early. So I had my head in it, you know, for a while.
How much of an advantage is it to have that longer rest period the next day, or doesn't it really matter when you're in championship mode? You guys just play and play. Is it really an advantage?
You know what? I guess every minute, every hour of rest is an advantage. But you know, you're in the game mode, you're in the moment, and you're just prepared basically. And that's how we prepare. Is that, you know, you just expect the unexpected. If we have a longer rest, great. If we don't, you know, you just go out and play. That's just a tennis player's mentality anyway. So it's just how it's mapped out in front of you, and you adapt accordingly.
Today, the players, you could tell and watching, it was really a sort of like a workman-like approach. They went out and knew what they had to do and executed. Is that how your team has been all year?
Well, first of all, thank you for that observation, but I mean, that is exactly what we've been talking about. You know, you have to go about your business in I always say, in class, dignity, and you let your racket do your talking, and you're just very methodical and deliberate. And that's just kind of the nicest thing you said. Because you noticed. That's exactly
it did look like that. It was very methodical of, okay, here's what we need to do, here's the matches we're expected to win, and go out and do your job.
Yeah.
It really looked like that.
Yeah, I mean, in preparation for Oswego, we beat them a few weeks ago, and certainly the score would suggest that we'd have an opportunity to beat them again. But really, I think just the players knew, just from hearing it from me, stay in the moment. The only shot that counts is the next one. And nothing, you know, what you did a few weeks ago has nothing to do with today. You go about your business with dignity and class, and make it look like you know what you're doing. When you win with class, you lose with class. And yes, that's exactly how we prepare.
Talk about the team in general. We obviously have two of the players up, but you obviously have a lot of players on your team that have performed extremely well. Give me an opportunity to talk about some of the other ones.
Well, you've already met Michelle and Christine, but I think I have to call out to a few players. First of all, this was a huge recruiting class for us. We had 3 freshmen playing in the lineup today, so that's going to be potentially half your lineup. So I really recruited very hard, so I have to call out to our #1 player. Her name is Alana Green, and she's, if you watched her play, she fits exactly your description. She's methodical, she's deliberate, she's businesslike, she just plays. And she's winning, and we had a very good #1 player last year who graduated, and we had to replace that, and Alana fit the bill. She's been awesome, and she fit in playing with Michelle very, very well. We have to also look at Samantha Butcher. She's sat on the bench last year. She did not play in the SUNYACs when we had it here a year ago. She went out, improved, worked on her game, and she is an epitome of what you also described, playing in a very deliberate, consistent fashion. It's the way we train our players. So,
I want to go back to what you said about the number of freshmen that you had playing this time. For a coach like you at this time, you're bringing in freshmen who are trying to get used to class and the whole college experience, and you're jumping into conference games, and 6 weeks into school, they're in a conference championship. There's a lot more that goes into making sure everybody's going in the right direction than, say, other sports that have some of that lead time.
Well, if you saw our training camp, you know, we know what's ahead. I mean, we have teams in our conference like New Paltz, like Geneseo, that have been powerhouses, and we have to somehow find a way to close the gap to prepare for them. They're so good. So from the beginning of training camp, we just really, I mean, we ran, and they were sore, and they were sore muscles, and I said, this is going to pay off. Clearly today, it paid off. We were a little hurt at the beginning of the season. I thought that we were just maybe working them too hard, but I see now that was the right thing to do because we're peaking at the right time. No, it doesn't give an indication whether we could beat any of those other teams that I just mentioned, but it certainly puts as much odds that we can possibly put in our favor, because we can't beat them unless we do all of those things. And then maybe we have a shot.
You have to be methodical and at the top of your game.
And everything, and then even then, the sun, the moon, and the stars has to line up. So the sun and the moon, the stars, we're trying to align them. So yes, we prepared. Michelle in the early interview said that we played a lot of matches, probably, on the onset maybe too many, but that's just the way we had to prepare. That was really the only way. To play more matches, the more experience, the better.
Well, the sun, moon, and stars aren't out today, but they are coming out tomorrow for your semifinals when it's going to be sunny.
I hope so.
Congratulations on your win today. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you very much.